do you think England has fallen? I mean, England, I haven't been back, I haven't lived in England for a long time, but the demographics of this island nation has changed enormously. Do you think it's, for want of a better word, been invaded by people who don't believe in the civility that has defined England for all these years?
Difficult, very difficult question. Yes and no, maybe. I don't know. I don't have... I really don't know. I mean, I think that there's a kind of a mob of violent, let's call them terrorists, barbarians, hacking people to pieces, blowing up concerts all over the world, really, yeah? And then there's this small group of intellectual class who sort of, you know, they're a bit like, well, I wish I could do that.
See that?
Oh, I understand.
See, that's why I'm not...
I understand why they were driven to it by you, Miriam, because you and your people.
You and your books. Show the viewers your books. This is
it's like we're the only people in the world that it's like just our existence is like we have to apologize because by existing, we drive people to madness. But I don't think it's a problem with Muslims, and I think it's like my dad grew up in the Islamic world. My grandparents, you know, for thousands of years they were in the Islamic world. Like, in fact, the Ashkenazi side experienced way more persecution in Europe than they did. So, but they've imported a lot of these crazy ideas into the Arab world, and then it's fermented, and in these groups.
And now they're here, marching on the streets.
They infantilize Palestinians all the time. They make it so that they're like, they do it with all sorts of groups, these woke people, because they just see everything as this kind of oppressor-oppressed.
Yep.
So there's no nuance.
You see the world as funny and not funny.
It's either funny or it's not funny. But I think all kind of tyrannical, violent behavior comes from a series of feeling, you know, like, oh, I'm, you know, victimized. I mean, I think the Palestinian issue is an issue, isn't it? But then I think that 1 million Jews were displaced from the Arab world, including my father. No one has anything to say about that, by the way. I think we managed to fill half a room once that no one really cares about Mizrahim or the fact that and all these lies about Israel being like the apartheid state, when in fact 60% of the state of Israel is made up of Arab Jews.
Yes, indeed.
Who speak Arabic.
It's the opposite of apartheid.
It's complete this idea that Jewish people all like smoke salmon bagels and fiddle on the roof. Again, that's not true.
Well, as far as I can see, they're all funny. It's so complicated.
They're really funny because they have to be, because there's a part of them that kind of knows that everyone will be celebrating when they blow me up.
Well, that's a nice